Welcome to Game of Roses. This is PaceCase.
This is BachelorClues. It's Friday, which means we got a twibbin coming your way. And what a twibbin it is. There's so much juicy news.
So much
luscious stories to get to. I can't believe where we are sitting right now.
You are dark lording so hard right now over these breakups.
I'm getting into my traders vibes.
Oh, God.
Listen.
This is traders era.
We'll get to it. You know, I don't like to flaunt how accurate my predictions about all of these relationships are, but and it has nothing to do, by the way, with me having the ability to foresee these things. I simply go with the odds. I simply predict that every relationship will end, and I'm right over 90% of the time.
I mean, that's true about like all relationships, probably.
Is it?
But look, there are Love Island babies, okay? They exist.
Sure. I'm not.
Anyway.
Yes, of course. There are Bachelor babies. There are Love is Blind babies. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying there aren't babies produced from these franchises.
Match
or
baby.
Is that baby alive yet?
No, not that I know.
It's coming on
Gore
the way.
Baby. Gore
baby. Gore has produced a baby.
Gore baby on the way.
But I don't think Gore was responsible for the baby. You know what I'm saying? I think there would have been a PaceCase baby regardless of Game of Roses or any of that.
Who knows?
Wow.
Before we get into
secretly, Jake is like, I've been hiding this dark secret from you for all these years. I'm a huge Gore fan. That's why I wanted to date you.
That is so creepy. That is haunting.
Jake actually does not strike me as a Gore fan or a Bachelor fan or a fan of any reality TV.
Look, he's a fan. He's a fan.
Okay, sure.
He supports. He's a friend of the pod. Before we get into any of this, we have right now on our Patreon, patreon.com/Game of Roses, the Love Island USA reunion, which apparently was 2 actual hours. So Clues and I are discussing that, as well as some horrible takes from Bachelor Clues on Taylor Swift's relationship.
Wait, first of all, let me clear this up, because
I'm so happy
read some
for
of these
them
comments.
that she found love.
I'm happy for them too that she found.
We don't need to relitigate.
She found the gasoline to pour on her fire in terms of fame. I want to just clarify some of the statements in Patreon were claiming that I said he made her famous. I never said that. She was independently massively famous. However,
you said
I think
he made
it is
her more famous.
Yes, it's undeniable that her attachment to the NFL, to one of the biggest, best teams currently in the NFL, has made her more famous.
She was already the most famous person.
You all right?
She was already the most famous person in the world. If anything, she made the NFL famous. We don't need to relitigate it. You think she was more famous
than the Pope?
You can go watch Chad and I fight about it on Kazagor at the beginning of the Love Island reunion episode. I'm just choosing to be happy for her. And I sang Taylor Swift to Luca all day long and to the baby. Yeah. And I said, it's a wonderful day, baby.
There's nothing wrong with
found her love.
Nothing wrong with romantically and legally aligning yourself with the NFL.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the human being, Clues.
Sure.
Sometimes love is real. And sometimes
it's blind.
Love is blind.
Nice.
UK, which we are also covering in Kazagor. So that's our business. We're a little behind, but we are covering this whole season.
We're pumping them out as quick as we can. And I'm still in Clues Corner. Probably actually after we record this at some point today, I will do another episode of Are You My First, the Virgin dating show hosted by Colton Underwood and the Caitlin Bristow. I'm very curious actually to see how their, in quotes, hosting evolves. That first episode was hard, but the show is good. The cast is really funny. I think there's a couple of like standout kind of reality players in that cast. All right, now
Mikey Planeta.
Let's move on. I don't know if he's been able to. I don't know what he's done yet. He just came in at the very end of the first episode, so I'll get to see his first real play in the next episode. Now we must move on to that portion of our program where we discuss a few of the things that are shaping the state of the game. Game of Roses. State of the game. So like PaceCase said up top, she and I survived the Love Island Season 7 USA reunion, the 2-hour, what I thought it was kind of like largely boring. There wasn't a lot that went down. There were a few moments of animosity between a few of the players. There were some good apologies. And I guess we're going to get to, should we talk about the breakup here? It's our first news story is going to be the breakup between Amaya and Bryan. So we're going to save that for that. But that
we'll is talk noticeably about their performance. Absent from the reunion is there are two couples that seemingly broke up around the same time / were maybe pretending to still be together for the reunion.
Maybe they're pretending to. Yeah, maybe.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it in news.
I don't know what the timeline is.
But what we did see was essentially all of these players kind of coming out, trying to smooth over any of the rough areas that had happened to them since the airing of their season. Maybe my favorite probably was Austin's performance, which seemed to be a non-performance. Whenever he was asked questions, he would just kind of glitch out and stare into space.
Austin was maybe a nuclear fool. I couldn't believe it. He was just like, wait, sorry, what was... I wasn't paying attention. I was...
Yeah.
What?
I think he may have taken an edible or something before going into it.
I think there might have been some sort of medicine involved.
Yeah.
But really hilarious way to get around answering anything.
Yeah.
Nick is also is more skilled at that, I would say. He just turns it into a joke. And he just said, I say whatever Ace says, which is great.
So funny. Yeah, he's very adept at just kind of always being the goofy, charming guy.
Yeah.
And nothing else to see here. I'm not going to say anything.
I don't need to get into it.
Of substance.
Although I did hear that a lot was cut, despite the fact that the document seemed very long. Let's get into some of our favorite moments. We had Jeremiah defining love bombing. Jeremiah came prepared with some dictionary material, which I think there is something to be said of people misusing some mental health topics when discussing characters on an edited TV show.
No, totally. I 100% agree. And those accusations like love bombing, gaslighting, whatever, those stick to you beyond the show. Yeah. And now in the real world, in your life, you have to contend with, well, I saw she said you love bombed her on the show and I don't want to be in a relationship with you or whatever, it will affect their lives outside the show. So I have no problem with what he did here. And I think it's actually smart of anybody who knows they're going to be facing some kind of an allegation or contentious situation in a reunion like this to come loaded and ready to roll. Oh, you're going to tell me I love bombed? Let me give you the definition. What I did was and what you said was wash your hands of it and walk away. I thought of all the players, he seemed the most prepared. Maybe other than Ace. Ace was pretty prepared as well. That dude didn't give anybody an inch.
Ace, this was part of my favorite thing. The costumery of the reunions is getting to the level of a Housewives reunion where people wear Met Gala type outfits. Ace went with Professor Ace, dressed in a suit and glasses, which I loved. I wish he had some sort of a chalkboard in his jacket pocket.
Or a pipe. Or you know what? He could have come in wearing a
pipe.
What are those things called? Mortarboard? The hat you wear when you graduate college? Oh,
that would be interesting.
Yeah, with a tassel.
I really liked Clark's outfit, although we didn't hear much from her. And Shelly's, as well as Nicolandria matching. And everyone is wearing suits, but no T-shirts underneath. I enjoyed that. Interesting.
Now, speaking of costumery and the visual presentation of these reunions, I want to move on and talk about another reunion. We cannot discuss Love Island without talking about Bachelor in Paradise and comparing the two. So Love Island just had this giant reunion where everybody is dressed to the nines, and it's aired on the same network that aired the show. It's a continuation of the same thing.
Mind blowing.
Yes, I agree. So we got news this week via the official Bachelor in Paradise Instagram account that the BIP reunion is going to be called Paradise Unplugged. It is going to be hosted by Wells Adams, and it is simply going to be a 2-part double episode of Bachelor Happy Hour, the podcast, airing 2 days as audio only, then airing on YouTube. And if any prior episode of Bachelor Happy Hour is to be the groundwork on which we will form the house of this strange reunion, we have to imagine this is going to be Zoom calls, because that's all they do there. Even I watched an episode of it with Jeremy from BIP this season of Happy Hour. This came out last week or the week before. They're in the same studio. Jeremy is there with them in New York in a podcast studio. The way it is shot, the way it is shown on video, I think they're just shooting it on little 720p webcams. And then they put them in different boxes on the same screen. So they're not even cutting back and forth between two shots. They just have them each in two little boxes embedded in the screen.
Our boxes right here.
With a Bachelor Happy Hour logo.
Simultaneous boxes.
Not even. They're much smaller and shittier. Most of the screen is the Bachelor Happy Hour logo and a red background. Then you just have two little 16:9 cutout boxes side by side. So it made them look, even though they were in the same room talking, it made them look as though they were on Zoom with each other. They actually somehow degraded the experience.
The benefit of recording in the same room.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Absolutely.
I only see the clips that we do for Digging Deeper at this point, which are always seem to be shot in different locations, but the consistency is that Grocery Store Joe seems kidnapped and like his child is ransomed somewhere so that he does this podcast.
So what we'd like to do, in keeping with what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks, is go into Reddit a little bit and see what people are saying about this BIP reunion. Here we go. Let's check this out. Let me know if you can see this. Can you see that? I can
see it. By the way, when I saw this news item, I didn't believe it. I had to like click on it, read the article. I was like, I could not believe it because it seemed like such a caricature of something that the nation would do. But it's real. They're doing it via podcast.
Let's check out what some of these people have to say. Look, the number. There's an ad right under it for Love Island USA.
Nice.
They should have included. Whitehaven Beach says they should have included Faith and Kim since they left a happy couple. I'm glad it's Wells and not Joe Serena. Shots fired. Both Pomegranate 4929 says the powers that be normally agrees on the episode count with the network before it begins production. I see this rather as them, Warner Brothers, sensing the drama this season requires closure but could do nothing on ABC Hulu with the contract set in stone, hence putting it on YouTube. It is hilarious that the ABC official Instagram account does not even acknowledge its existence. That is worth noting.
What?
So, yes.
They haven't posted this on the BIP account.
They have posted it on the BIP account, but not on the official Bachelor account, I believe. It's on... No, it's posted on, Bachelor Happy Hour and Bachelor Nation. It is not posted on BIP. That's what we're dealing with here.
What?
Becoming Sherlock says lol.
I'm like, what? Okay. Who's gonna watch it?
Did you see the post they made?
No.
With Wells, his head in a circle and a bunch of question marks around him? You didn't see this? Let me see if I can somehow share this with you.
I think I follow Bachelor in Paradise, but maybe not.
Hang on. I'm going to share this with you. You need to see this. Which is part of
the problem with this. They should absolutely be posting this on the Instagram. Oh, jeez. Oh,
okay.
God.
Paradise Unplugged. We're looking now. If you're just listening on audio, go check this out on YouTube. We're looking at the Instagram post that was from Bachelor Happy Hour and Bachelor Nation, but not BIP. This is just an image. It says Paradise Unplugged, a Bachelor Happy Hour exclusive. It's got kind of a vague, beachy image in the background. Then in the center is Wells Adams' head in the middle in a circle. And then you've got 16 of these circles with question marks. And it just says seating chart. What the fuck is this? Are they making us believe that there's going to be 16 people with Wells in a room? I don't think that's how it's going to be. I almost feel like it's going to be individual interviews, just like one after another.
Oh my God. Yeah. What is a seating chart for a podcast?
Correct.
God, I don't.
They got problems, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
I'm nervous. I can't believe this is real. I still feel like it's an April Fool's joke.
There have been so many April Fool's jokes, seemingly, in Bachelor Nation this week. It's hard.
I mean, it's just like they do this on other reunions that are actually like aired episodes where they're like, who's going to be first couch? You know, like, oh God.
It's just Bachelor.
Is this seriously for real right now? I agree with this person. Embarrassed.
Which one?
It's at the bottom of the screen.
Oh,
Embarrassed.
Yeah. It's seriously for real right now. Scarlet Knight 7359 says, so dumb coming off a well-made Love Island USA reunion. I watch BIP with my boomer dad. Ain't no way he's tuning into a podcast. LMAO. Jenna Elizabeth Adams says, so confused. Why is it in podcast form? It'll be easier for the contestants, but the fans need a live reunion show. Agreed.
It makes me think it's all going to be Zooms. They won't all be in the same place.
Oh, look at this one. Post Monroe says, I was going to say I'm just glad Nick Vial isn't hosting, but then realized Wells is hosting. Not sure which option is worse.
Catching strays.
Vial. Bay with Chrome says, the seating chart, this is crazy, lol. Are they going to be on all at once? If not, then it'll just be regular podcast interviews. And then a little less combo says, all caps, a podcast? A fucking podcast?
Is this a link?
I don't think so. It is.
Click it. Looks like a link.
This is funny. I have to reshare the screen, but this is that link. A podcast, a fucking podcast. Let me reshare my screen. This may be worth this. This may not be. I don't know.
Believe it or not, this production value is probably better than this reunion.
All right. You ready?
Oh, God.
It says a podcast, a fucking podcast. And that was it.
Oh my God. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Anyway,
beautiful
look,
check-in with the community.
You're getting the idea here. No one is happy about this. It seems like
maybe Wells.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? We're going to let you host a podcast. Huh? This guy's been in line to try and host the actual show for a decade at this point. And they're like, we'll let you host. It's a 2-part podcast airing audio only for 48 hours. Then it'll be on YouTube. You can send the link to people. He does not want to do this.
I've had jobs like this where it's like you want that promotion, but they're like, how about you can deliver the box with the knife in it to let them know about the knife challenge. And this podcast.
Exactly. Wells, we are going to give you a couple of lines of dialogue. We are going to inadvertently cut you into the show shitting on the very premise of the show. So that'll be fun. This whole season of BIP, I mean, it started out, it had a little bit of juice. I got to say, I remember those first couple episodes. I was like, all right, it looks good. Things are happening. We'll see. Oh shit, they got Susie Evans. This is going to be pretty good. And then really when Susie Evans and who else was it?
Justin Glaze.
somebody else self-eliminated.
The woman who had the endometriosis PTC.
Oh God, yes. I forget her name now too. Not Jess, not Kat.
Sorry.
C'est la vie. They left in that moment. Yeah. That was kind of, to me, the end of this. And then the Golden showed up a little bit after that, I think, right? Or maybe a little before. It doesn't matter. But
they weren't
that
in the
moment really. What's that?
They weren't in the first episode.
Yeah. That moment of the people self-eliminating and that terrible rose ceremony, really, I think after that, it just took the steam out of this whole season. And now you're seeing like how the network is even dealing with it for a reunion, which is like, that's, people want reunions after these shows, these big group dating shows. You want to see who's mad at who. Are they still talking? Who's still following? Together? You know, whatever.
Yeah,
exactly. All of that. And so now we're going to get it on a podcast that no one will listen to, that comes out on YouTube 2 days later, and will probably look like
why
shit.
Delay it on YouTube? I don't get
no
that.
idea. No idea.
Well,
and it's like the YouTube thing, by the way, I don't say like YouTube to sound bad. I love YouTube. I watch more YouTube than anything. And when you watch well-made podcasts that are only on YouTube, like Call Her Daddy, or does she have a deal at Spotify now? Whatever. She has a video component of the podcast that comes out at the same time as the audio, and it's shot great. And it's simple. Yeah, it's just a set.
Looks like a TV
show. It's an interview set. Exactly. So it's like you can do that with very little effort. Would they pay enough money to rent out like a studio and just shoot something and have it look good? That's really what I'm looking at for that YouTube. Is this going to look like a Bachelor Happy Hour episode, or is it actually going to look good?
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous.
Too. It's all them in a line with one mic.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy to me, like the state of podcasting as now somebody who's been in this for a minute. How long have I been doing podcasts? Maybe 10 years, roughly. I think, ish. If you want to go back to the TMP days, 10-minute podcast. You see where the state of it is.
Good Place, the podcast. That's my start.
Oh, nice. You see the state of podcasting now, and it's like the equipment and everything has gotten to a price where pretty much you can just do it on your own, as we do, you know? So if you're looking at a show like, and I'm not saying our show looks the best of any show on YouTube or anything, it definitely doesn't.
I don't read my group text, and that's why I'm using my travel bag for this episode. I didn't realize we were going on a trip in the middle of the week.
Oh, I see. I'm just saying that, like, if anybody can, you know, get the equipment together to put together a decent looking YouTube podcast, and this is one of the biggest network reality television shows of all time, and the way they're treating their final episode of a season is by not even making it a TV show. Okay, fine. You're going to make it a podcast, but I assume by shooting it the same way they've been shooting that podcast for the past 3 years, which is on a webcam. Like
it's hard.
That's what I assume is going to happen.
Like that many people, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible that we're surprised, but it's very hard to get that many people on a podcast and have it sound good, look good.
Yeah, that too. What are they going to do? They're going to do a StreamYard or a Riverside link with 16 people.
Oh God. It's just going to be a bunch of Zoom boxes. It's going to be what all of the like Housewives reunions were during COVID, which was bad.
Exactly.
All the little Zoom boxes.
Yes.
And then
God.
What is that seating chart? Oh God. I feel like the seating chart is completely fake.
We're in for it, ladies and gentlemen. And it's what?
Oh, I was going to say back to our favorite moments from the Love Island reunion.
Oh, sure.
We don't have to do it.
No, I'm down. I was just going to say, like, we're in a moment where the changing of the guard is happening, and it has never been more starkly put right in your face than the comparison of these two reunions in terms of how they're shot, how they look. Like we were talking about, all these Love Island players are wearing like Met Gala level outfits, and you're going to have like a grocery store Joe level wearing sweatpants and drinking his Starbucks on camera, like not wanting to be there. I feel like that's going to be the tone of the BIP reunion.
My recommendation to any of the players, especially Queen Kathy, treat it like a Met Gala anyway.
Absolutely.
Wear a very elaborate outfit.
Yeah. And honestly, I think the Wells Adams hosting job is up for grabs. If you come into that VIP reunion and just steamroll him and take control, you may be the new Wells Adams. And I think anyone can do that.
Hey, another person coming for my job.
What's some guy on a podcast saying steamroll man? Whoa. Hey. Pizza? You guys saw I hosted a pizza show. Anyway, that's the state of the game. Nothing good for Bachelor, as is we're getting used to that now in this era. I've also been hearing some rumors that the crew of Bachelor, the people who make the show, will not be coming back for Bachelor season 30. That Scott Teddy is essentially using his own people for everything. So it'll be a completely new batch of production people. However, don't feel bad for all those people who made the show. I hear, this is unsubstantiated, but this is what I hear. I get drippings. I get whispers.
Little birdies.
I hear they're all working on another show that has a format very similar to The Bachelor. Starring one Harry Jowsey. So good luck to all of them. And that starts shooting pretty soon, I think. So good luck to all of them.
That's part of my scream.
Oh, well, we'll get to it. All right. Shall we move on?
Do you just not want to do the Love Island stuff?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we can. I was just looking at time.
Well, let's just quickly run through it.
Okay.
You all can see our Love Island reunion coverage on our Patreon on Kazagor, but our highlights were the costumery, of course. Dark Lord Maddox, I mean, hot take. We don't think needs Andy Cohen. They did have a couple cut scenes, which were really interesting. Like there's one where we see the decision to send Hannah home, and the female players do kind of a mind meld to say their answer at the same time. We get an extended cut of the Huda Ace heart rate challenge, but it didn't feel that different to me than what was in the document.
Yeah. I think the main thing of it that was different, the single aspect that they even singled out on stage, like the players talked about it, was that she licked his genitals. Is that going too far in a heart rate challenge?
Sound off in the comments. We have notably Sierra has been omitted from the whole thing. They don't address that, but they do address racism in a discussion. Probably one of the best scenes of it, a discussion between Alandria, Shelley, and Huda, where Alandria and Shelley say that Huda promised to make a post about all of her fans bullying Alandria and Shelley, and Alandria talks about how her face was photoshopped onto George Floyd. Just really fucked up shit. And I still think Huda should make this post. Huda kind of like stands behind like, oh, I was too overwhelmed and people were being racist towards me, whatever. But I think as much as they can all encourage non-bullying, non-racism.
I 100% agree. And I also think there's like, I mean, not anything formal, but I think there's almost an unwritten obligation of whoever the player is from any season that comes out of it with the most followers, kind of the superstar of the season. I feel like there is an unwritten obligation for that person to keep the peace with the fan base and just be like, look, the show's over. We are going to move on with our lives. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following us and all this stuff. But like whatever you saw in there, the beefs are squashed. The hatchets are buried. We're good with each other. Please also be good to us. I believe that person has some kind of responsibility in that to that
There's
end.
a lot of comparisons to how Leah Katab has handled her position versus Huda. But my favorite moment from the reunion was the response by Huda to Andy Cohen asking about her dating life, who she was dating, and we already know it's Louis. And she goes, I can't, it's Netflix.
Yeah.
Play the game.
I can't really talk about that. Netflix. And then Andy Cohen gets very angry at her. Well, tell Netflix this is the #1 streaming show this summer. And it's like, what, dude? Now he's defending
It's not even
Peacock,
your show. I guess because he's a Peacock ambassador.
Yeah, something like that.
We'll get to that. There was a very funny response by someone in the NRU.
This is... Bachelor Nation News. All right. First up in Bachelor Nation News, some shocking Love Island news has rocked the nation. The winners of Love Island USA Season 7, Amaya, Espinal, and Bryan Arenales, have officially broken up. And I, for one, am beside myself in disbelief. Amaya broke the news of the couple's amicable split via an Instagram story less than one business day after the airing of the 2-hour Love Island Season 7 reunion on Peacock.
Her Instagram story reads as follows. We got a papaya background, white and yellow text, or black and yellow text on white and yellow. Amaya confirms her... My papayas. Bryan and I are no longer together. After leaving the villa, it became very clear that we were on two different journeys. Our visions didn't align, and relationships are supposed to be a team sport. You don't have to drink the whole sea to know it's salty. This is my favorite line. All love here, and I truly wish him the best. Amaya Papaya. Incredible.
And then she has also put there's a I don't know if this is the person doing this who reposted this or if this was Amaya. Okay, never mind then. Bryan also had an Instagram story breakup post, which reads, as many of you already know, Amaya and I have decided to go our separate ways. Unfortunately, we were not on the same page, and that is okay. We have both gained clarity that we are on different paths right now. I am thankful for the time we spent together, and I wish her nothing but the best moving forward. Heart emoji. Breakup rumors were already swirling when the fourth audience noticed the two no longer followed each other on August 25th, hours before the reunion aired, at which Bryan was given a few seconds to clear up rumors about a lapse in judgment while bartending that occurred after Love Island finished shooting. There's much speculation amongst the fourth audience that this event had something to do with the eventual breakup.
So with these posts, which were obviously carefully crafted before the reunion aired, likely before it was even shot, what we witnessed as they both assured us on that stage was that they were still going strong, and that was 100% acting.
So we must contend with that now. I have maintained throughout the entirety of Love Island that all of these couples are acting for us on camera, for us off camera, on their Instagrams, in the show, etc., etc. Now the winner that everyone assured me was a real couple, they were really in love, completely lied to us at that reunion. 100%. That was a performance. They sat there and kissed each other on the cheek and said, we are together.
The timeline.
They released the breakup posts literally less than 24 hours after the airing of that reunion.
Yeah. The final straw.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, the reunion was, oh God, I know that we sat there on that couch and said we're strong and together and everything's great. But now I just don't know. The past 24 hours has been a real whirlwind. I've had to rethink some things. Mm-hmm. They went into that reunion. I'm 100% sure of this. They went into that reunion knowing that if they broke up before it, that reunion would be hell on earth for them. So they faked everybody out. They stayed
it's definitely
together.
Easier to pretend to be together.
Absolutely, because now all they issue that post and they don't ever have to really answer for it. That would have been a major topic had they broken up before the reunion. So this was very similar to what they did in BIP season 9, where there were 3 engaged couples that were forced to stay together until I believe they lasted 3 business days after the airing of the reunion. I think because it was over a weekend, they waited until the Monday or whatever. But I mean, this is just like, it's what I kind of constantly talk about. These are not, they're doing this for cameras. and for winning the money and all of the clout it gets them.
It's an interesting dance between the two.
For sure.
Like she has said that, they hooked up, they met each other's parent. Like there are elements that are definitely,
yes,
real.
They gave it a shot to see, like, can we really do this? But then when it comes time for the reunion, they both knew they were going to put out these posts immediately after the reunion. They were already broken up. Again, I don't have concrete evidence of this, but like the circumstantial evidence is pretty fucking clear. They broke up so soon after
when she drank from that salty sea.
Right. I think it was way before the reunion, and they sat there and fucking lied to everyone. And that's the name of the game. I got no problem with
Bachelor
it.
Nation news, Amaya and Bryan aren't the only Love Island couple to have unfollowed each other this week. Iris and Pepe fueled the breakup rumors by unfollowing each other also the day of the reunion.
Looks like Iris Kendall and Jose Pepe Garcia-Gonzalez have become the next targets of breakup speculation after Iris unfollowed Pepe amid cheating rumors, which are currently unconfirmed. Iris and Pepe have not directly commented on the situation, but Iris did hop on her Instagram stories and post a photo of a sunset soundtracked with Fleetwood Mac's breakup anthem Silver Springs, featuring the dumping lyrics, "Time cast a spell on you, but you won't forget me. I know I could have loved you, but you would not let me. I'll follow you down till the sound of my voice will haunt you. You'll never get away from the sound of the woman that loves you."
Oh, wow. Well, I can't wait to see when we get their Instagram stories.
What's the over-under on when we will see the breakup posts?
They were pretty much non-existent in the reunion. No, they're 100%, I think, broken up or going to break up.
When are we going to get the official breakup posts? What's your over-under?
I think they'll allow Amaya a little buffer.
3 days?
3 days. Yeah.
I think all of these couples should just do it day after day. It should be Amaya and Bryan.
Every day.
Pepe and Iris. Nick Landria. Who else? Ace and Shelley.
Hey.
Who else is in it? Is that it?
Taylor and Clark.
That's it. Oh, Taylor and Clark. You know what? I actually think that one is. Of all those couples, I put my money 100%. On them to actually last.
That's tough.
Speaking of real couples, up next in Bachelor Nation news, Bachelorette Season 20 11th place finisher and BIP Season 9 survivor Aaron Schwartzman is married. This week, the near-death boating accident participant married civilian Tara Dalrymple? Sure. Dalrymple? Sorry, I hope I'm not butchering her last name. In a Northern California mountain wedding, the happy couple shared a highlight video, their special day, on social media, which showed the two saying their vows under a draped arch in the woods and enjoying their reception at long tables under the trees.
In attendance were fellow Bachelor Nation All-Stars Brayden Bowers and Christina Mandrell. Bowers posted photos from the event to his Instagram, including an image of both he and Schwartzman holding up their ring fingers with the caption, "We're here for the wrong reasons, y'all," crying, laughing emoji. Cute.
You can see, are you looking at that picture?
Yeah.
It's nice.
Sunglasses.
Congrats to Schwartzman and his civilian. And finally, Bachelor Nation news, the season 2 of the Golden Bachelor has begun its promotional campaign, and the fourth audience is not happy. This shit is wild. This week saw the release of the first poster for the upcoming Mel Owens-led season, released on the official Golden Bachelor Instagram account, and the post was met with a tidal wave of displeasure in the comments section, some of which I've included here. PaceCase, you want to do the honors?
We had Crown Grant Ellis go, "Let's go." 8 likes on that one.
And that's the only positive comment. That's the only positive comment, just to let you know.
There are hundreds and thousands of likes on these other ones. "None of us wanted this man. Is this the guy who said he only wanted to date much younger women? LOL, goodbye." Imagine the ratings they would have gotten if they cast America's Golden Sweetie Charles. Instead, we get Mr. Ageist. "Can't believe you didn't recast. Absolutely insane. I genuinely don't understand this decision to move forward. After all we heard what he had to say, it feels like whoever's running this franchise right now wants to see it burn."
Is this the guy who said he only wanted to date much younger women? Long goodbye. Oh, sorry. We've already seen all those. Oh, here we go. Was really excited for this, but won't be watching since the lead seems to be missing the point of the show. And at Golden Bachelor, ABC really fumbled this when they didn't recast after this guy went on a podcast and said he's not interested in women 60 plus. Between this and the mess they made at BIP this year, the Bachelor franchise is truly doomed. Ratings are tanking, and it will continue to do so until this franchise decides to listen to its fans. And these are, by the way, not curated. That's just the first
most
post. That's the first comments. If you scroll through the rest of it, that's all it is. It's a tidal wave of this.
I did scroll for a minute, and I was like, whoa. I'm not happy.
The first episode of Golden Bachelor Season 2 airs Wednesday, September 24th on ABC and Hulu. We'll be checking it out. But that wraps up all the news.
Our top parasocial plays of the week. It was an intense week in the Love Island USA Nation with both the season 7 reunion fallout as well as 2 of the 4 couples breaking up, the top 4. And these parasocial heavy hitters came to play. We have a Hail Mary. I mean, not a Hail Mary. Honorable mention. HM. Trista and Ryan Sutter shared an Instagram slideshow with cute, never before seen photos of their engagement and a caption thanking her producer friend, Jason Carbone, 11.6K likes. But our 5th top play of the week goes to Amaya Papaya. After her cheery, neutral Instagram story addressing the breakup with Bryan regarding drinking the salty sea, the sensitive gangster / Zoomies specialist further addressed the situation in a TikTok comment on a woman's page in which she discussed Bryan's disrespectful behavior at a club. Amaya's comment read, imagine being broken up with just to come on TikTok a couple hours later, already in distraught, to see that he's in Miami 2 hours later doing the exact things you told him hurts your feelings. 31.5K likes on this TikTok comment by Amaya.
Damn.
What did Bryan do in Miami? We'll be watching this space.
Coming in at number 4 this week, Netflix. The behemoth streamer hopped on the Huda train with an Instagram photo, a billboard referencing her reunion comment saying, "You have my permission to replace no with I can't, it's Netflix." The caption reads, quote, "The number one way to say no of the summer," 117.8K likes. It's just like, it's genius. Like, her marketing is genius. She's basically like pledging loyalty to the NRU without having ever been in a Netflix show. And they're just like, we embrace you. Yes, let us come to the dark side.
Yes,
beautifully done.
Come to us, mama. Our 3rd top play goes to Jaylen Brown. The In and Out Love Island USA player posts a short TikTok under the chyron, "Why weren't you at the reunion?" in which he is meditating. Then he gets frustrated and lip syncs, "Leave me the F alone." The caption reads, meditation emoji, peace emoji, hashtag FYP, hashtag Love Island USA, hashtag Love Island Reunion, hashtag Elite Brown, hashtag meditation. 410.9K likes, 2 million views.
Jesus. And he wasn't even in the fucking reunion.
Who needs to attend a reunion with this kind of parasocial engagement?
That's unbelievable. He was there, but he said nothing. He got 0 screen time. Or like, you saw him a couple of times. He had no dialogue.
Wait, he was at the reunion?
Yeah. All those people were. They kept some of them in that little side room.
Oh, I didn't.
He was in that side room. Yeah, there was also that dude whose name I now forget. God damn it. I forget the other guy's name. He was there.
The Forgottens. Yeah.
He was one of the bombshells who was kind of like, had a little boring 1 episode arc. Anyways, coming in 2nd place this week in our top 5 parasocial plays of the week, we got Nick. Nick, how do you say his last name? Van Steenberg? Nick Van Steenberg, a.k.a. the Big Belgian. I totally forgot he called himself that. If you haven't seen the reunion yet, Nick calls himself the Big or maybe he calls his genitals the Big Belgian. Nick Van Steenberg,
in response to whether he had hooked up with Alandria.
Yeah. which I still don't think they have. Nick Van Steenberg, aka the Big Belgian from Love Island USA, made an incredible TikTok in which he gets NIC tattooed across his back in the same style and placement as his hero player Ace. The caption reads, inked up by @Gobi inspo @Ace. Ace of Spades emoji. 236.2k likes, 1.9 million views.
I mean, wow. I guess this is maybe not a real tattoo. I didn't investigate further, but what a play.
Yeah.
All of these were strong plays, but there was one social media post that beat them all out. And this goes to King Louis, the perfect match star and Big Ben sycophant. Louis Russell went on the offensive after Dark Lord Andy Cohen's dig at Netflix in the reunion with a short, simple TikTok. He does an impression of Dark Lord Cohen saying, "We're the #1 streaming show." And then Louis says, "Shut up, shut up." We love to see this power couple defending each other and their respective streaming overlords in this feud. 1.8 million likes, 10.9 million views.
It's fascinating to watch this. I feel like we're entering kind of a new era where we were in kind of like a franchise Cold War for a long time, where like if you were in Bachelor, you just wouldn't say that Love is Blind existed. The first kind of like real breaking of that line, I think, came with Bela Kai going on that one Love is Blind reunion with Giannina. I think she was pregnant at the time. They were together. They had met on that MTV show where they were both players, so I guess technically it makes it a third wave show. But that was the first kind of moment where we started to see the lines blur. Now the lines are being drawn fucking hard and they are not being crossed. And if a player goes to the other side, you're on the other side now, and fuck you very much. I love this. This is the franchise wars. We are watching it happen. It reminds me a lot of like in pro wrestling back in the 80s, there were like multiple pro wrestling leagues. There was WWF at the time, but there was also WCW, and WCW was trying to would poach players would poach wrestlers from WWF and vice versa. And they like hated each other. Eventually WWF bought WCW and just like liquidated all the good wrestlers, brought them in, and there was no more WCW.
Maybe we'll see that with this.
I don't think so. It's too big. Like
NRU versus Peacock.
But Peacock they have Love Island and Traders. Like Netflix, maybe they have enough money to probably do it, to just be like, no, we own you now. I don't know if they will. Right now, we're in this phase where they're like battling, like, oh,
I love it.
Who's the best one? I do too. That competition is going to make these shows fucking great. And the little digs they're going to take at each other, little petty bullshit. Well, why don't you tell? When Andy Cohen was like, why don't you tell Netflix we were the #1 streaming show? So I'm like, oh my God, this shit is popping off.
Yeah,
this is
I want to see the Dark Lords fighting.
This is, I think, for me, this is like back in the 90s when it was West Coast versus East Coast hip hop.
I was a kid.
Me too. Those weren't the only players making those parasocial plays. We must also mention this week, our parasocial creature of the week goes to Love Island USA's Hannah. Posted an adorable picture of herself and her dog to her Instagram story. Please go take a look at it. They're in a car, and her dog is kind of draped over her shoulder, looking like he's about to go into a little dream time, a little sleepy time. It's a cute fucking dog.
Hannah did some great friendship bury the hatchet play at the reunion too.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a very cute dog. Congratulations.
Congratulations
Chiron,
to the canine.
Mama's boy.
Oh, nice. Now we must move on to our final portion of this week in Bachelor Nation, where PaceCase and I descend deep into the bottom of the pit to issue forth our screams about how our lives are changed forever by our fandom of The Bachelor, despite the status we now find the franchise in. This is Screams from the Pit! All right, PaceCase.
Yeah.
What you got? Scream it up.
My scream is that this week I put my producer hat on. I saw the Wanna Marry Harry casting card, and I sent it to my top single friends who I thought had a shot to be cast on this show.
Wait a minute. Wait. Your top single friends. There were some single friends who didn't make the suggestion cut to be on Marry Harry.
It's just who I thought maybe would both be interested and the show might be interested,
Okay, I see.
symbiotically.
Yes. Yeah, sure, the top single friends.
They're friends of the pit, so I want to make sure they get this shout out. You're my top single friends. Mm-hmm. And you have mostly been the one who's into the coaching thing. I've, dabbled a little bit, but mostly stayed out of it. Your face. Oh, God. Yes. And I just couldn't stop myself. And I have been like, okay, here's what kind of brand you should lean into in your application. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I want to get him on that show. And one of them was like, well, who's this guy? Who's Harry? Like, I was like, don't worry about it.
You gave her no foresight about the fact that he's...
No, I gave the context of like, huge NRU star. And he applied to be on reality TV with multiple different personalities in order to get cast. So if that gives you any indication, he's probably not looking to actually get married. Would be my guess, but who knows what's in one's heart?
I think that's a fair assessment. We do know. He doesn't want to get married.
We'll never know what's in his heart. But I hope he marries one of my two friends, my top singles.
Yeah, he's never been the lead of a show. I think that for him was kind of like the last jewel in the crown of his kind of reality dating TV career was to be the lead, because he's been the biggest star in a bunch of group dating formats. But this Alex Cooper one's going to be the first time he's the lead. I can't wait for that show. Goddamn. Well, good luck. I think I know who your friends are that you're talking about, your top singles. Yeah. And please, I'm down to help if they get into the casting process.
Oh, absolutely. We'll need your help.
Okay, great. Yeah, I've just kind of, I was going to say just in my free time for pleasure, but it actually is more of like a compulsion. I've been thinking about that show a lot and how to manipulate that show. And I think just based on what I know of Harry Jowsey, I have a very airtight strategy on how to at least get to the final four or whatever that version of that's going to be in that show.
And is that just be the biggest star and he'll know he wants to make a good show?
It's do an open deal with him. Like literally on night one, be like, here's the deal. I don't care if you want to get married. I'm not even here for that. What I'm here to do is make this fucking show the most entertaining thing you've ever been in. And let me basically be your mole. Let me be the shit stirrer. Let me be whatever you need me to be and keep me around until it's
utility player.
Exactly. Basically just be like, I'm going to help you facilitate the most entertaining season of all time. They're obviously not going to use this in the edit. They can't for obvious reasons. It's very 4TWR, what I'm saying. So don't worry about that. And all you have to do is tell me what you want done, or if you need dirt on somebody or you need me to overhear something or whatever. Even if you want me to lie and just make shit up to start shit, I'm down. Let's do this. And I think knowing what everything he's said about reality TV and how he approaches it and shit, I think he'd be like, he might wind up marrying that person. That might be the actual only way to get to his heart.
He'll pick those people regardless of if you make a deal, because he'll know.
Oh,
I think
sure.
He's like Ace of like, we got to make a good TV show.
100%. You can see that in his performances.
Yeah.
The people he aligns himself with, like Jess Vestal or whatever, he has this radar for like seeing other people and immediately gauging like, is that a reality star? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And if it is, he's like, that's who I'm partnering with. Yeah. Like I think he's a good producer of these things, even if not officially. Like he understands the ebb and flow of what makes a good reality show. And I just can't wait for that season. So yeah, hopefully your top 100%. Singles will get in.
I hope they will.
Yeah, me too.
What's your scream?
My scream is a sad scream a little bit.
No.
But it's also a scream about how the dark energies of the pit, once you fully give into them, they infuse every aspect of your life. There was a place called The Poetry Lounge out here in Los Angeles, aka DPL. Every Tuesday night at 9:00, they would do 2 hours of people doing open mic poetry readings, or you could sing songs. All kinds of weird shit happened on that stage. And I used to go almost every week. I absolutely love it. It's just like, it's a space unlike anything else. And it was at the Greenway Court Theater, which is right next to Fairfax High, for the past 20 something years.
Dang.
This Tuesday, this past one, this week, was the last one there. They are moving to a new location, which is like half an hour away or so. And I think I'll probably never go there. What's that?
Where are they moving? You said?
Limert Park, I believe it's called. I don't know the exact address. I'm not even sure.
I'm looking.
Google it. At any rate, I bring this up because that place, going to watch, slam poetry and stuff, it never crossed my mind that the Bachelor would that the Bachelor would ever be a part of it. Yet, I saw in Michelle Young's season of Bachelorette, there was a group date that was a poetry date. All the guys were forced to write poetry and perform it on stage. And the person that they brought in as the expert to help them was this poet, Rudy Francisco, who I saw for the first time at DPL in Greenway Court Theater. And I saw him multiple times, even after the episode aired. He would come back and do little things. And it just like, strangely, as we were sitting there in the audience for the final night of it at that theater, I couldn't help but think of that and the connection to The Bachelor, even though it is so like it should have nothing to do with it. That place, like DPL for me, was a space away from virtually everything else in my life, Bachelor included. It was just like a place to go hear very interesting art, perspectives on things that you wouldn't otherwise hear, all that kind of stuff.
So much more to you than Rudy Francisco. Yeah.
Exactly. But it will forever be tied to The Bachelor. And I'm very sad that location is no longer where they're going to do it. Maybe I'll go down to the new one and check it out once or twice.
But I just seem like it's not actually that far from you.
It's like 30 minutes.
It's by the Natural History Museum. Is it 30? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely
down by USC. It's my old stomping grounds.
Yeah, I don't think that's unreachable for you, but pretty far from me.
Well, time will tell. But thank you, DPL at Greenway Court Theater, for the years you have put in, for everybody who went there and did their poems and whatever weird kind of shit they might have done. There were moments at that place where, like, on any given night, you would hear something that would like change your perspective on something. You would hear something that would absolutely shatter you. That's cool. You would hear something that was like, would make you laugh and lift your spirits. And there would be a moment where you thought this might be your final moments on Earth, that the person on stage might jump into the audience and kill. And that is a mixture that I find.
What an advertisement.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's a combination of entertainment that for me is pretty unbeatable. All right. We are not the only persons down deep in the bottom of this pit doing these screams. If you would like to submit your scream to maybe be played right here during a Twibbin, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/Game of Roses. Join us on Discord. That's where you get the invite. And then in that Discord, there's a channel called Submit Your Screams. Today, our scream comes to us from Lizard Queen.
Nice.
Many E's, many N's. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Greetings, Pitt. About 2 years ago, my husband and I were visiting LA Icon Country for the Willie Nelson's 90th birthday party. We were out at an underground punk bar, and all the skinny white frontmen of these bands were exactly what you would expect, until a new type of singer emerged on stage. He was tall, he was dark, he was handsome, he was wearing a kilt. Who is this man? I kept saying to myself as I watched him sing his heart out on stage. At another bar later that night, I hadn't seen my husband in a while. So I went to go find him, and when I finally did, He was shooting the breeze with none other than this mysterious and gorgeous man. I sauntered over to drunkenly ask him, "How do I know you?" My husband had told him that I used to be a firefighter, so he suggested that perhaps we had been on a fire together. I said, "No, that's not it. What's your name?" And when he replied with one word, "Grant," it all came flooding into view. Grant, Lace, Grace. I was speaking to Grant Kemp of JoJo's Bachelorette season, Bachelor in Paradise US and Australia. Just as I made my discovery and Grant realized that I knew way more about him than any other stranger in the bar ever had before, he was saved by the bouncer. Last call was announced, the lights came on, the bar was closing, and Grant escaped an extensive conversation with me on his entire reality TV journey. The only evidence I have that this wasn't some pit-fueled fever dream is that until very recently, Grant was still following my punk-loving husband on Instagram. Praise be our beloved game.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I guess Amaya Papaya and Bryan are not the only people unfollowing each other. How did Grant Kemp unfollow your husband? I can't believe this. And why?
Interesting.
This is a very high-level scream. When Bachelor players begin to come into your everyday activities, into your life, unannounced, uninvited, it means that you are spending enough time in the pit, that the energies are infusing you, and they are pulling these Bachelor players to you. They
have a new gravity.
Exactly. It's a dark gravity, but one that I find quite enjoyable. And I love that this happened in Los Angeles, icon country, where me and PaceCase live. Or do you live in LA?
At all times except the summer.
That's 1/4 of a year, every year.
Yeah.
I feel like you have homes in both places or something.
Would you say someone's not a teacher because they take summer vacation?
No, but summer vacation is part of that job.
Blues, anti-teachers. Wow.
Whoa, my mom was a teacher.
No, this is also, I don't know what your career was after firefighter, but great voice, could be a podcaster, storyteller.
No, I think her husband's the firefighter.
Oh. I thought she used to be the firefighter and could have met him on a fire.
I think that's what the husband said.
How would she meet him at a fire if she wasn't a firefighter?
I don't know. Maybe I misheard this. Maybe you're right. I have no idea.
I think she is the firefighter.
She's the firefighter. Okay. Got it.
And he was also a firefighter, so that could have been the connection. I once met him at a bar in LA, and he got my friend's number. I think it's been my screen once.
Grant Kemp?
Or no, she wouldn't give it her number.
Was he wearing a kilt?
No.
Oh, weak.
It was probably 10 years ago.
So you met Pants Kemp.
I wonder what the kilt is. Yeah.
This was Kilt Kemp.
Now
Didn't
he's
he
in
wear
his
a kilt in his season or something?
Era. I don't know.
That's what it is.
He's gone full Outlander lifestyle. Yeah.
Now that's a real dark pit shit. Not only did you meet Kemp, you met him during his Outlander era. Come on.
Come on now.
Thank you very much, Lizard Queen, for this
beautiful scream,
dark
Lizard.
Scream.
I like your poetry.
I love it. I love when you're running into Bachelor people in the most unexpected moments because they are real people. They're out here in Los Angeles wearing kilts and going to parties.
And you infected your husband.
Yeah.
Infected the husband to draw him in. Like, that's powerful.
I know. I'm very sad to hear they're no longer following each other, or at least Grant Kemp isn't following your husband anymore. Hopefully that'll change. Hopefully you can remedy the situation. Reach out to him. DM him. Hey, what's up? Why'd you unfollow my husband?
Seasons, you know?
Yeah.
Could come back.
But once again, if you want to submit your screams, just get on that patreon.com/GameOfRoses. Join us in the Discord. Submit that scream. That wraps up this week in Bachelor Nation. We will be back with... We're going to have some Casa Gores. We're going to have some Clues Corners coming out in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
And
then our VIP finale recap next week.
That's next Wednesday because the finale is airing on Tuesday.
Obviously,
because of Labor Day.
Change up the schedule for the finale.
But they're doing it because it's Labor Day on Monday. Do people not watch TV on Labor Day?
Who knows? Love Island doesn't give a fuck about holidays.
That's right.
They say, we're working, you're working to watch.
Yeah. And then we're going to have that BIP reunion podcast. I'm going to have to look at some of that. And I might make a video. Does that
make him a Dark Lord?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Was Emmanuel Acho a Dark Lord? I think hosting...
Like a day player. Oh my God, there's a...
I know. It sounds like there's an airplane. I think being a host of a reunion or a special does not a Dark Lord make thee. You got to host the main season.
Right,
you got to host full season.
Palmer, Cumming, Lachey, Maddox. May their feuds escalate.
Oh, damn.
Please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast. Please get a friend to listen to us. And then please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast.